Okay, welcome back to another CartoonSmart podcast, and this will be actually a third part in our series where we're going to help our good friend of the site, Clevon, work on his website, which he registered at AmericanMade.com, and we just went through in two parts how to get WordPress set up. One was kind of the easy way, and the hard way. Let me tell you, that last video, I think I kind of salvaged it in a sense, talking about the seven summits. Otherwise, that was a insanely boring lesson. But probably very useful information if you had registered your domain elsewhere other than where you were setting up your website. But even thinking about it right now kind of makes me yawn. So what are we looking at right here? This is what my website. So if somebody goes to AmericanMade.com right now, they're going to see dashboard and home and posts and media. What do they do with these links over here? It kind of feels like maybe they are in charge of making the website. Is that how it works typically? Everyone that just comes to the website gets to just have their say in things? No. What you're looking at right here is the back end, or the kind of the maybe to put it in your terminology a little bit, the engine that is running the website, and the truck would be what other people see. So they're not seeing like what's underneath the hood or anything like that. That is funny, actually, you making a car analogy. I'm surprised you even knew that there was an engine inside of a pickup. Okay, but all right, yeah, I guess I do kind of understand that. What I do have actually one quick question right now. Can I change the dot, this part over here, the .com part, just sort of on the fly whenever I need to? Because I noticed when in part one you had your buddy's your brother-in-law's website up there, and that was dogwood.pizza, and I was thinking actually maybe if there was like a .spray tan domain available, that I was going to maybe try to secure that, like American Made and then .spray tan, because I have a good idea for a spray tan that it would make you tan and also protect you from the sun at the same time. Do you think that would be maybe something that we could get some people that or conference called in on, and some sort of angel investor situation? No, I'm not interested in that at all. Well, that's disappointing. But maybe it's your Georgia sensibilities. And down in Florida, that would sell like hotcakes, especially kind of like a point of purchase type thing, where you go to the liquor store and it's like a little sign that says, hey, oh, now that you got all liquored up, don't forget to get all tanned up with American Made spray tan. Maybe I'll look that up with find. Did I just unplug the mic? No, fortunately I did not. Okay, all right. So let's get going here. Yeah, that's usually what I say. Let's get going here. Well, I kind of did my thing. So, yeah, you're gonna step me around the WordPress backend. Can I see real fast what my website would look like if it's not? So if I just go to AmericanMade.com, what do we got over here? So is this going to show up for people over here? All this garbage up at the top that says "Howdy, Clevon." Did they know me? Did they know that the howdy is one of my favorite things to say to people? That I go howdy. No, that is kind of odd, actually. It's got a little of kind of a southern flair there from the people that I guess engineer WordPress. Yeah, that is kind of nice. I already feel a little bit at home. Although this is, even though I feel at home right now, this is exactly not how I want my website to look. I might not have the best design sensibilities, but I know that this is not it. This is like that Supreme Court judge that said, I don't know. I mean, I know vulgarity when I see it. And this is kind of one of those situations. This is vulgar in the sense that it is just too plain, and that's a real thing. So Mr. WordPress, who is that guy? I got to get rid of him. He should not have access to the website, and uncategorized. That's pretty much my life. Meta. Yeah, there's a lot of things that we got to go through here and work on. I guess that is kind of the point of what we're doing here. So all right. So let's get back over here to the dashboard. The dashboard is the back end, right? The under the hood, as you in your terminology. So do you want to kind of take the reins over here and step me through some of this stuff, like posts and pages? That's kind of confusing. It seems like that would be sort of the same thing. When you're done with your coffee, Your Majesty. Yeah, sorry, I'm dehydrated. So yeah, posts and pages are very similar, and I can see how, as a first-time user to WordPress here, you could get a little confused about what would I use for what essentially, and a page is going to be something that you're going to want to kind of create for a static link on your website, or something that's really just never going to change, even though a post might not ever change after the fact anyway. But this would be something more for like your front page would be a page, or about your company, stuff like that. And posts are generally just kind of reserved more for you're just going to write about something, so whatever, maybe it's a new product announcement or something like that. That's something that's, I would say, more ethereal in a weird sense. Like it's going to kind of come and go, not come and go, but like it's the current news. And then maybe it kind of gets buried a little bit deep as time goes on, right? So, and your pages are things, again, that are like you're going to maybe update more frequently, and they're always going to be kind of front and center on the website. And some themes do treat posts and pages a bit differently. They might have some kind of different settings on them. I think that's generally probably not the case. Again, they are pretty similar. And then media would be, I guess we could just kind of step through some of the basics here. So media is going to be all the stuff that you're going to upload, your pictures and things like that. And it's going to go into a library so that you can access that to use as images that you're going to put on pages of the website. It could be thumbnails for pages, kind of little mini previews of them. And then I guess one of the big things that we should kind of look at is the themes. Yeah, that because I do have some very dead set ideas on the theme music that I would like to play on the website. Something like maybe kind of like a funky version of the A-Team music, like maybe like a mashup version of that with some of the like a little bit of techno funk perhaps. No, sorry, themes are not. It's not theme music. It's this is going to be how your website is going to look. So, and this, I think, was one of the first things that attracted a lot of people to WordPress is that what you can do is you can add new themes to your website. And it's definitely one of the most important things that you can do early on is figure out a great theme. And there are plenty of free ones. Yeah, let's focus on the free ones for right now, because that would do me a solid right there. Well, actually, Clevon, I think what we should do is we should install in one of the ones that I've paid for, and we can take a look at that, because I think it is going to give people a kind of a good idea of what a really well-developed theme is capable of. But again, you can kind of, let's take a look at something what you can do over here. You can look at that. That looks like the road right to River Falls right there. How do these guys that make these WordPress things really know me well? We could just go ahead and install that right there, and that would be my thing, right? Yeah, look at that. Well, seems to be some formatting issues right there. It looks like the date goes up a bit too much, and there's some missing images over here. What's a grandchild category? This seems like a family website. Maybe I can back out of this and check out another one over here. Black Pepper. She looks kind of cute. Let me just take a look at this real quick. What happened to the girl? Now I'm looking at a boat. That does look like my boat, though. Yeah, that's what we call a 12-footer. And yeah, that's actually a little bit better condition than my 12-footer. But it's good enough to sleep on. Yeah, that's not turning any heads with that one. Yeah, maybe we should have to take a little look at the team that you had in mind. If I could maybe make my website look just like yours, that would be terrific. Could I call it CartoonSmart something too as well? No, please don't. Just stick with what you have in mind here. American made. That's a funny domain, and you could put in some great stuff in there. So, but if you did want to install any of these, it's really just a matter of hitting install, and your entire site can change. And the neat thing about that is that you wouldn't actually have to rewrite your past posts or recreate pages. They are going to be restyled with this new theme. Okay, so you can kind of think of your pages and all that, your content as completely separate from the style of your website. Let's just take a look at this one real quick while we're talking, so we have something to look at here. And this is kind of is this sort of more what you had in mind? Oh, yeah. I mean, there's not really. I mean, I was thinking more like, there's the boat again. Does every website have a little 12-footer on there? No, I don't think so. What did you have in mind? Well, I had more like a big American flag and maybe some pictures of like machinery that I could operate, just to kind of get that out there. That if you need like again, I am part of the gig economy, so I will pretty much do anything that you want me to do. It could be working a backhoe or an auger or something like that. I'm one of the few people in the world that can single-handedly operate a two-person auger. You're supposed to have two people holding that thing. I figured out some ways that through extreme trial and error and I'm actually missing part of my hip because of this, but that I can hold on to a two-person auger, and as long as if it's not really rocky ground, I can usually make it through without any sort of serious injury. One of the other things that I will do is, Clevon, are you just gonna do your thing? You're just gonna talk, and we're not. You want to just install the theme in the next lesson, and you just want to go off on your tangent? Is that it? No, I'm trying to. Here, I'll back it out. Well, I guess I'll just kind of talk a little bit while we're looking through some of the other themes over here. I don't really like this one, but I'll do a little freelance negotiation for people. So I'll put up a little sign, and this is something that everybody could do in their lives. I'll put up a sign around town that'll say, next time that there's a transaction going down, call Clevon first, and then Clevon will make the call for you about the transaction, and I'll talk them down. So let's say that you're going to order a pizza or something like that. You don't have any coupons, and you call up to the guy, and he goes, okay, well, that large pizza is going to be like $18, right? And then that's when you get me on the line. And so it'll be like, you'll be like, hold on, let me cut this other guy in here real quick. I'm going to three-way call this guy. And I'll be like, hello, how much was the pizza? 18? No, we're going to need to get that down to like $13, $14. And then it turns into, this is what I like. It's kind of the little, it's like the standoff in some sense. And the guy's like, no, we can't do that. I could come down to like $16.50 for the pizza. And I'm like, no. I know that you already got it in the oven right now, okay? That's just how it works. I worked at a pizza place. As soon as they place that order, that thing is going right in the oven. So unless you want to throw out like a pineapple and sausage pizza, we're going to get this thing down to about $14.50. And just on the other end of that, the manager is looking at the guy on the phone with his arms crossed, like, close the deal, man. We already got the pizza in the oven, And he's like, okay, all right. We could do it for $15. And I'm like, $14.50 is the highest I'm going. And then when we close the deal, that's when I get back on the line with the other person. I say, I saved you at least $5. You got to PayPal me like one of them dollars. Okay, that's let's close it out, and what we'll do is we'll come back and I'll show you guys how to install a theme. And in the meantime, I am kind of hungry. Do you think you could order a pizza for me? Oh, I am. Yeah, are you paying for it? I will indeed. Can you negotiate the price down? Yeah, definitely. What was I just saying over here, man? I am the negotiating king. Also, though, if you do have some coupons we could leverage, that would help. That would go a long way. Okay, we'll be back in another lesson.